In a secluded monastery nestled amidst serene mountains, there lived a wise Zen master named Haruki. Known for his compassionate teachings and profound insight, he guided countless seekers on their path to self-discovery and enlightenment. One day, a young woman named Sakura arrived at the monastery gates. She carried with her a heavy burden, the weight of low self-esteem and a lack of self-worth. Sakura had spent much of her life feeling invisible and unworthy, constantly comparing herself to others and feeling like a tiny pebble lost in a vast river. Intrigued by the tales of the renowned Zen master, Sakura embarked on a journey to seek his guidance. She hoped to find solace and discover a way to nurture her self-esteem and find her own inner radiance. Upon her arrival, Sakura was warmly welcomed by the monks who resided in the monastery. She was led to a simple meditation room, where the air was thick with stillness and serenity. The room was adorned with beautiful paintings, and at its center lay a small lotus pond, its surface reflecting the soft glow of the morning sun. As Sakura sat by the pond, her eyes were drawn to a single lotus blossom that stood tall amidst the calm waters. Its delicate petals shimmered with a captivating radiance that seemed to emanate from within. Lost in admiration, Sakura whispered to herself, "How I wish I could possess even a fraction of the lotus blossom's radiant beauty. Perhaps then, I would feel a glimmer of self-worth." Just as her words trailed off, Master Haruki entered the room with a serene presence. He approached Sakura and smiled, as if sensing the yearning within her heart. "Why do you long for the beauty of the lotus blossom, dear Sakura?" the master gently inquired. Startled, Sakura looked up, her eyes meeting the compassionate gaze of the Zen master. She hesitated for a moment before replying, "Master Haruki, I feel so small and insignificant compared to others. I wish to possess the grace and radiance that the lotus blossom exudes, in hopes of finding my own self-esteem." Haruki listened intently, his eyes filled with understanding. He then motioned for Sakura to rise and follow him to a nearby garden, where a variety of flowers bloomed in harmony. "Look around you, Sakura," the master said softly. "Observe the vast array of flowers that grace this garden. Each blossom possesses its own unique beauty and purpose. The rose exudes its captivating scent, the sunflower stands tall, and the violet nestles itself modestly among the foliage. Each flower, though different, contributes to the overall tapestry of beauty." Sakura's gaze wandered from one flower to another, taking in their diverse colors, shapes, and sizes. She began to appreciate the inherent beauty in the individuality of each blossom. Master Haruki continued, "In the same way, dear Sakura, you possess a beauty and radiance that is unique to you alone. Your self-worth lies not in comparing yourself to others but in embracing and nurturing the qualities that make you who you are." Sakura pondered the master's words, feeling a glimmer of hope stirring within her heart. She realized that her self-esteem was not something to be sought outside herself but a seed that needed to be nourished from within. "But, Master Haruki," Sakura spoke with a mix of curiosity and longing, "how do I nurture my own self-esteem and cultivate my inner radiance?" Haruki smiled warmly, his eyes sparkling with wisdom. "Let me share with you the tale of the lotus blossom's radiance," he replied. "Long ago, in a distant land, there lived a humble gardener who tended to a small lotus pond. Every day, he would wake before dawn and lovingly care for the lotus blossoms that graced the water's surface. Among the many lotus buds, there was one that struggled to bloom fully. Its petals appeared fragile and pale compared to the others. The gardener, noticing its struggle, began to pour extra attention and care into nurturing this particular lotus. He watered it gently, ensuring it received just the right amount of sunlight. He removed any harmful pests and provided nourishing nutrients to the soil. Day after day, he tended to the lotus with unwavering dedication, never giving up on its potential. And then, one fateful morning, as the sun rose and its warm rays kissed the lotus pond, something extraordinary happened. The once struggling lotus blossom burst open, revealing petals of breathtaking beauty and vibrant colors that rivaled even the most glorious blossoms in the pond. The gardener marveled at the transformation before him. He understood that it was his unwavering care, attention, and belief in the lotus that had allowed it to unleash its full potential and radiance. Master Haruki turned to Sakura, his eyes filled with compassion. "Dear Sakura, like the lotus blossom, you too possess immense potential and radiance within you. Just as the gardener nurtured the struggling lotus, it is your responsibility to cultivate your own self-esteem and nourish your inner beauty." Sakura listened intently, feeling a newfound sense of empowerment stirring within her. She realized that her self-worth was not something to be given or taken away by external circumstances, but a seed that resided within her, waiting to be nurtured. With a determined voice, Sakura addressed the master, "Master Haruki, I will embrace the uniqueness within me. I will tend to my own self-esteem and cultivate my inner radiance, just as the gardener cared for the struggling lotus. I will no longer compare myself to others but celebrate the beauty and potential that lies within me." Master Haruki's smile widened, and he nodded approvingly. "Dear Sakura, you have taken the first step on your path to self-esteem and self-acceptance. Remember, your radiance blossoms from within, and it is through nurturing your true essence that you will find the strength and confidence to navigate life's challenges." From that moment onward, Sakura embarked on a journey of self-discovery and self-nurturing. She practiced self-compassion, acknowledging her strengths and embracing her imperfections. She surrounded herself with positive influences and engaged in activities that brought her joy and fulfillment. As days turned into months and months into years, Sakura's self-esteem grew, and her inner radiance flourished. She discovered that by nurturing her own unique qualities, she not only found self-acceptance but also inspired others to embrace their own beauty and worth. Sakura's journey became a beacon of hope for those who struggled with low self-esteem. Through her own transformation, she exemplified the power of self-nurturing and the beauty that arises when one recognizes and embraces their inherent worth. And so, the tale of the lotus blossom's radiance spread far and wide, touching the hearts of countless souls who sought to cultivate their own self-esteem and celebrate the unique radiance that resides within them.